What we're going to do right now is we're going to audit probably the most important part of your business. This is a thing that's truly going to impact like how you engage and follow every training in the Free the Founder program. And it's also going to be a complete game changer for your business, for your life, how it all works together, right? The thing we're going to audit, it's not your marketing approach. It's not your offer. It's not your latest Facebook ad, campaign results. We're going to audit you. More specifically, we're going to audit the single most powerful thing that a female entrepreneur can audit. It's herself. More specifically, it's her time. It's how she's spending her time in her business, right? This is so true for me, and I know it's so true for you. Think about it. Like the most important, the most valuable asset you can give your business is your time, the founder's time. But it's also the one thing that we cannot create any more of, right? You've only got 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and I hope you're planning on, sleeping and eating and doing family stuff and all the other things that you need in those very precious hours. So if we get this right, if you do these audits and you start making these changes to how you approach your business, how you approach your time, it can truly be honored. Your time can be honored. Your time can be optimized. You can get incredible results if you do this right. If you ignore this, you'll find that the biggest thing that's holding your business back will probably end up being you, right? So right now we're going to do 2 audits. First one is called honoring your hours, and I always do this probably once a year. And then the second audit is going to be a bottleneck audit, which I probably do once a quarter in my business. So in this first lesson, we're going to do honoring your hours. Honoring your hours, this is basically the principle of you and I figuring out what's the value of every hour that you're dedicating to the business. This is going to change how you spend your time, right? And it's going to be different for everyone. This end result is going to be depending on how much time you plan to dedicate to your business, what your financial goal is in your business. If you don't do this properly, there's a chance you'll get trapped in Entrepreneurial Groundhog Day. Essentially, Entrepreneurial Groundhog Day is when you probably know these days already. You wake up in the morning, before you even open your eyes, you're laying in bed and your to-do list is already formulating of all the things that you've got to do today, all the things you forgot to do yesterday that now you feel guilty for. And it's running around on your mental to-do list. And then you get straight out of bed and sometimes go straight to the computer, or worse, you roll over and pick up your phone and start checking the inbox. And so you get straight to work and you're just pounding like a T-Rex dinosaur, pounding at the keyboard all day. You often forget to eat or breathe or do anything else until 3 o'clock, and you've got to go out and do the kids' pickup, or until 5 o'clock because you've got to put the dinner on, or until what it was for me, 2, 3 a.m. because it's just too late and you need to go to bed. You wake up the next morning and you do it all again. Right? You're stuck in this Entrepreneurial Groundhog Day, and if you don't do this activity, there's a chance that you won't be honoring your time. You won't be doing the things that truly matter and that grow your business, get you free, help you escape Entrepreneurial Groundhog Day. So we're going to honor your hours like every successful female entrepreneur does. And what I want to do, it's kind of like the old saying, you dress for the job you want. We're going to start respecting your hours as you will when you've hit your next financial goal in your business. All right, so we're going to start honoring your hours now as though you've hit your next financial goal, because that's the only way we can do this if we want to have any hope of escaping Entrepreneurial Groundhog Day. So let's do it together right now. Pen and paper out, let's do it. I want you to draw a line here on the left-hand side, equals, and then an amount per hour. So the first thing we're going to focus on is our financial goal. Here at the Doers Way, we call your financial goal your freedom metric. Okay, your freedom metric is that amount of monthly turnover or monthly revenue you want to make that allows you to just breathe, right? That amount that allows you to just feel free. Okay, now in my opinion and in my experience in just doing this myself and working with so many women, the freedom metric, the first financial goal that you should be setting, if you haven't hit a financial goal yet, is $20,000 a month. That is the lowest your freedom metric can be. Okay, because we've got to account for things like tax and for savings and for all the adult numbers that exist in life, for investing back into the business. I thought it was 10,000 was enough for me to feel financially free because I was on 60 grand in my job at the bank. And then I realized really quickly that 10, you don't feel truly free. You don't have savings, you can't go on holidays, you can't get help in your business so that you don't have to be the only one on the front line doing everything. 20 grand is your minimum freedom metric. Now, of course, if you've hit 20 grand per month consistently, maybe your next financial goal is going to be 50. right? And that's the next thing that you're working towards. So we're going to dress for the job we want. We're going to make sure that we are acting and honoring our hours like we would be when we hit our next freedom metric. So let's say your next freedom metric is $20,000. Okay, so $20,000 we're going to put up here. And what I want you to do is divide it so that we can get a weekly number. Okay, so we're going to divide it by 4.3, because that's per month. I want to make $20,000. We're going to divide it by 4.3. So essentially, this number here is $4,650. That's how much our business will be generating when we hit that financial goal each week. Next, I want you to ask yourself, how many hours a week do you plan to work? Do you plan to work 5 days a week? So maybe down here you're putting 40 hours. Or do you plan on working 3 days a week? Maybe down here you're putting 24 hours. How many hours a week are you planning to work when you're hitting that financial goal? And then the last thing that you want to do is divide, right? So divide your weekly freedom metric by, which is this number up here, by the hours that you want to work each week. So in this example, it's going to be 4,650 divided by 24 hours. That works out to be, I think it's like 192. So we're just going to put $190. Your hourly rate in this example is $190 per hour. So when you're hitting $20,000 a month, your time will be worth about $190 an hour in terms of what revenue you're generating for each hour you're spending in the business. So now, the things that you have to do in the business, the things that will be worth spending your time on, are things that are generating you $190 an hour. Is that true of your current day-to-day? Do you maybe spend 10 hours a week trying to set up some sort of tech in your business? It's essentially like costing you 10 hours a week at $190, $1,900 worth of your time. Or maybe you're spending 2 hours a day in your inbox, 10 hours a week in your inbox. That's costing you almost $2,000 a week. Is that a wise use of that money? Right? We've got to make sure that we're generating, that we're focusing on activities that are generating $190 worth of revenue per hour in your business. Okay? You know what would generate $190 of revenue per hour in your business? Spending 45 minutes on a sales call and closing a $1,000 customer. That's your work done for the day, right? So in terms of generating the income, you'll start to see that when you realize that your time is not worth $30 an hour or $50 an hour or $100 an hour, it's worth almost $200 an hour just at that financial goal, right? Now you're going to start to pick and choose just a little bit more what you focus your time on. And you start to see that you're focusing your time more on things that are going to generate revenue rather than just cost time.